Welcome to Golf Getaway. In today's show, we're at the home of the New Zealand PGA, The Hills, Queenstown, New Zealand. We'll talk to Sir Michael Hill and discover how and why this course morphed from a pitch and putt to one of New Zealand's best golf courses. We'll learn more about the Hills sculptures, a treasure trove of art positioned for maximum effect over a magnificent alpine landscape. We'll try and crack this tough championship 72-hole course, and Mirror is going to pretend he's a rookie so we can share some beginner's tips.
Hi there, I'm Andrew Mirror McCombe.
And I'm Shaun Fay, and welcome to Golf Getaway.
Queenstown, New Zealand. How did a place get so lucky? Amazing mountains, fjords, lakes and beautiful golf courses to die for.
Today, we're at the home of the New Zealand PGA, The Hills, a dream come true for one of New Zealand's top businessmen and mad golfers, Sir Michael Hill.
The wow factor starts early. These club rooms won a Supreme Award in New Zealand for architecture in 2008 and was a world finalist that same year.
Even for a where's the bar golfer like me, it's very impressive, with just a quarter of it above ground.
Good job. Less chance of you taking out a window or two, Fade.
As you can see, it started early. Come on, Murray, let's go play some golf.
The first at this 6,596 metre long Hills is no easy wake up. It's a 474 metre par 5 from the back. It's reachable in two, but maybe not for us, especially with those 5 come to me bunkers in front. Now, before we start, what's this around your waist?
That? Yeah, a couple of burgers and a six-pack?
No, the belt, the belt.
Oh, the belt? Oh. Well, you know how you got your flash glove from Fit 39, yeah? Fit 39 from Distinctive Golf Products. Well, they sent me the belt. They said I've got to look good as well. They've even made it easy with the name for me. It's simply called the belt. It's a one-size-fits-all, which is handy after Christmas. And unisex in design. I'll be in gay bars next, you never know. The belt allows you to mix and match your clothes whether you're on the course or in the clubhouse chatting up the ladies. You can even interchange the buckles. Multiple outfits.
Very smart. Let's hope we can help you golf. Your honour.
Yeah. On for 3, 2 down. Oh, par, you beauty. This is the Dragonfly, and it's where the story of this amazing golf course all started. One day, Sir Michael Hill was looking out his back door and he said, you know, I'd love a little putting green.
Putting green turned into a hole, and while he was down there, he said, why don't we have another hole back?
Then one night, Michael popped the question to his golf designer. How much to turn it into a championship golf course?
And so it all began. Here on the 6th, it's a 415 metre par 4. Great to go left, don't want to go right, there's a big lake there, and will be a struggle for players like Fade and I to get to the green in 2. But we'll give it a crack.
The flies await for a fader.
Oh, nice shot, Fade.
Oh, splish splash.
Wow, this is where it all started.
Is that a buzzing I can hear?
Better get my game started. Oh, nice putt. Beautiful hole.
I salute you. Nice hole.
For Golf Getaway, what's hot at Drummond Golf?
Well, I'm all ready for winter golf. Got all the gears on.
You look nice and warm, but how are you going to go swinging a club?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's so restricting sometimes, and psychologically restricting, isn't it?
Correct, mate. Simple answer, thermal base layer. So this winter, hottest thing this winter, pardon the pun, full range men's and ladies, ideal for those early morning chills. I actually played Southern Highlands last week, 9 degrees, that and a polo shirt, I was fine.
Give it a go.
Try it on.
How good is this?
I did tell you it's a lot less restricting, isn't it?
Oh, just feel it. You can just feel how loose. Even holds the stomach in.
Yeah, but it's not a compression garment, it's only thermal, okay?
A full range of thermal base layers are now at Drummond Golf. For a store near you, go to drummondgolf.com. Fade's 2 up. I'm storming back. We're on the longest par 4 here at the hills. It's the 8 and it's a 459 metre par 4. I've got 3 bunkers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right, and then I've got a whole lot of schist just after that. So if I'm not in the sand, I'm in the rock.
Sand or rock, glad there's a choice.
I wonder if there's any gold in that there rock, because there certainly isn't in my game at the moment. Oh, wasn't that long, Fade?
Yeah, nice par. Still, don't know how you managed to scrape out of that one.
Yeah, green and rig. 2 putts. Feel inspired to play great golf courses? Visit the iSeek Golf website, the home of social golf, for last-minute deals at a course near you. Book a round online today. Great courses, great deals at iSeekGolf.com/tee times.
Your story of how this got started is fascinating for a lot of golfers all around the world. Tell us about it.
Well, I guess it was always in my blood to construct things, and even with my parents' humble little home in the north of New Zealand in Whangarei, it sort of always fascinated me, golf greens and how golf was played, and it was quite a modest lawn, but I managed to put 18 baked bean cans upside down in the ground to make 18 holes, and called it the Red Star Golf Club, and they used to cut it with a little hand mower. And it's funny how those old habits and old ideas sort of come through. So every home I've had, I've always wanted to construct a golf green out the front. So when we came down to Queenstown in the early 90s, we decided to construct quite a substantial green with 2 bunkers out the front, and I guess that was the sort of the catalyst for going forward, really.
So Bob Childs, you know, designed Millbrook up the road. He's got some high praise for this place, hasn't he?
He's an incredible man, and he's a great role model for young New Zealanders and Australians because of his principles in golf. You know, you never see him having a very late night. Everything is orderly. You know, he has the same set breakfast. He puts his shoes on, etc. He's quite incredible and so disciplined, and still has that discipline today. And yeah, I mean, I just had a few rounds with him yesterday, and he still hits the ball. He says as far as he's ever hits it, and
really,
at 74, he's an amazing man. Yeah, I respect a lot.
Listen, we have a bit of a tradition on Golf Getaway. You may not have quite the gear on. We have a celebrity hole. You wouldn't want to come and play a little hole with us on the 10th, would you?
Yes. Oh, the 10th. Oh, well, I'm sure we could do that.
Closest to the pin?
Closest to the pin. Yes, I'm sure I'm playing this week, and I was saying to my pro, I think we might need perhaps an ambulance on each hole, because I've been doing some quite violent hooking, so we might need an ambulance on each hole just in case.
Well, let's get our shoes on, and we'll meet you on the 10th.
Okay, that'll be good. Look forward to it.
Now, tradition is we always play for something. And, you know, I understand you do a bit of jewellery and things like this, so I'd like to play for a watch.
I think that sounds fair enough, because that's
I've got this one here. You know, you slap a battery in there.
That's a crappy looking thing.
Look, you slap a battery in that thing, it'll go bloody well. That's what I'm putting on. That's what I'm putting on the hole. What have you got?
Oh my goodness me! Oh, that's outrageous. That's right. But I'll play you for a decent watch. I tell you what, if you can get it a metre from the hole, I'll give you a decent watch, a Michael Hill watch.
Oh my goodness! All right, I'm into that. Oh. So you went a little left there, Michael.
A bit of a hook.
Yeah, well, you can get that. You get that when the pressure's on for a top watch.
Well, we'll see what sort of a cunning trick you can pull out.
Oh! Oh, not bad.
Oh, it's on the green.
Unbelievable, unbelievable.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Much appreciated.
Thanks for coming on Golf Getaway. It was brilliant. For Golf Getaway, what's hot at Drummond Golf?
Jason, I was out playing golf the other day and I was playing with this guy and he kept looking at his watch. And I thought, God, I'm not boring you that much, am I? And then I realised he's got one of those Sure Shot GPS watches similar to yours.
It is. It's the new Sure Shot GW1. It actually is a fully functional watch as well, so you can wear it Monday to Friday, but on weekends it becomes a GPS on the golf course.
And tell me about it. What does it do?
Well, it keeps it simple. It doesn't give you hazards like some of the other GPSs on the market, but it gives you front, centre and back of the green. So it's quite handy for the guy who doesn't mind playing golf with a watch on. It's a quick reference for how far you are from the green. Again, pick the right club. Be aggressive.
Sounds great, and obviously you don't have to get it out of your bag and look up and just look at your watch and away you go.
That's right, it's got 10,000 worldwide courses preloaded on it. I think 1,500 in New Zealand and Australia. So turn it on, walk on the golf course, and again, away you go. Makes it nice and simple.
The Sure Shot GPS watch is now at Drummond Golf. For a store near you, go to drummondgolf.com.
Well, Fabe, you're only one up now. I took that aggressive line and it paid off.
Yeah, it did.
I'm here at the Hills with Mark Hill, renowned sculptor of the region. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
How about you show me around the workshop?
Oh yeah, it'll be a quick tour, but yeah, I've got a wee bit on here. The ever popular dragonflies. I've got a few more orders for those, so I've been making those again, which they were the first sculptures to go onto the golf course. Actually, my dragonflies on the pond. So
Down the 6th there.
yeah, which was the first hole to be put in, really, as Michael was talking about earlier.
So what are you working on at the moment?
I've got a commission for a private commission for someone's beach house. So I'm making a man standing next to his surfboard based on a very famous photo of a guy standing at Pipeline there. So
Right. So obviously this is the skeleton, and then what do you do around this?
Yeah, then I start with it. For my bigger works, this is usually how I get started. I'll build a framework and make a skeleton out of the stainless steel rod, which gives me all my lines to work to, and then I'll come in and I'll make patterns. So this is all going to get filled in with Corten steel here.
So, Mark, I also noticed you've got a lot more sculptures on the course. You've got the wetter down here. Tell us a little bit about that one.
The wetter, well, it's obviously a native New Zealand insect, which I got I used to find them when I was a kid, so I always wanted to make a huge one. And yeah, that one's 4.5 metres tall, and he lurks there on the edge of the forest. There's a nice spot for it, actually.
Scare a few golfers, that one?
Yeah, well, it gets tricky when the ball gets under there, I think.
This is one of your favourites on the course?
Oh, so yeah, one of my favourite pieces of my work on the course, anyway. Yeah.
And what do you call it? Looks like a bit of grass.
Well, it's actually named kelp. Actually, it's a cross between the windswept trees you get on the south coast and the kelp I see diving down there.
So, Mark, Fade's asked me to get you to have a look at his putter, mate. He's looking at a bit of a design for home.
Right.
Do you think you could do something with this?
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. It'd be a challenge.
It certainly would.
I'll have that back. Thanks very much. Right.
Thanks for coming on Golf Getaway, mate. Really appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for talking to me.
My pleasure. And if anyone wants to know anything else, they can go to markhill.co.nz.
That's
and there's
right.
A full gallery there.
Yeah, portfolio on there of all my work I've done around the place, around the golf course and around New Zealand and Australia. So, yeah,
Good man.
Check it out.
I'm here with the Director of Golf at the Hills, Craig Palmer. Craig, welcome to the show.
Thanks very much, mate.
Craig, we often get fans emailing in about wanting to get tips from us, etc. And sometimes we pass that responsibility on to people like yourself.
Yeah, fair enough.
We get overwhelmed trying to teach everything. So.
Yeah.
I have one of our viewers, Richard Coles, he's emailed in. He's an absolute beginner, and he just wants to know the basics. I mean, stance, alignment, that sort of stuff. What would you recommend?
I guess, well, gropes are a very important thing, but that's something that he should probably be taught by a professional one-on-one, because it's not something you can probably explain in this sort of situation. But the stance and the alignment are two things that we probably can. So standing in an athletic position is always going to give you a great opportunity to hit a good golf shot. Okay, so
Right.
that's probably something I can talk you through now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so it's a funny little exercise, and you'll look stupid if you do it by yourself, so I'll join you. But if I get you to take your grip and get your feet around about shoulder width apart, and just have the club up in the air like so. All right, so the first thing what we're going to do, we're going to keep our legs straight and we're going to tilt from the hips and try and keep our back nice and straight as well, okay? So if we tilt from the hips, that's it, cool. From there we want to maintain the angle that we've got, our spine angle, and we just want to pop our knees just a little bit, just so we can feel the weight spread evenly on our feet. Okay, so from that position, if you just let the club drop to the ground, okay, you'll find that you're actually in a really athletic position, really positive, really neutral position, and your arms are just hanging from your shoulders and you look really relaxed, okay? So the most important thing to feel there now is that your weight is evenly balanced on your feet, both left to right and forward and back.
Right. So Craig, if I do this, it's going to hit the ball straight for me?
Not necessarily. We're just giving you the opportunity to be able to hit the ball straight. Okay, so the next thing obviously is alignment, which is really important. And one of the first questions I ask in a clinic situation is, what do you aim with? And you get all sorts of answers like feet, shoulders, you know, and people are trying to line their shoulders up. And so then I ask people, what do you hit the ball with? And of course they say the club. Okay, so it's the club head. So aiming the club head is the most important thing. And then most people I find, once they've got the club head aligned really well, are actually very good at aligning the rest of the body around how the club head looks.
Right.
Okay, and so the easiest way, especially as a new golfer, to align the club head is to pick an intermediate target. What I mean by that is a target that's no more than probably 1 foot, 2 feet in front of the ball on your target line. And obviously you'd stand back here in line with your ball and the target, and you'd find something on that target
around
line.
this area?
Yeah. So it's much easier to aim at something that's really close than it is to aim at something that's far away. All right? So I get people to get really good at aiming at that intermediate target, and then I just get them to look at the club head, look at the squareness of the club head, and use that to then align their feet and their shoulders and everything else.
We're at the 18th and I'm 2 up. I've been playing like a little devil today.
Fade, I have to admit it, you've been playing like a real wolf. I've never seen you play this well. The 18th at the Hills is considered one of the finest finishing holes in the world. And speaking of wolves, there's 110 of them down there, and I'm going to try and miss them. I hope you can hit the fairway, Fade.
It's a 433 par 4, and as you can see, it's a gorgeous hole, and it's my honour. Oh, well done.
Oh, tough hole.
You pulled one back. I got it in the end, but what a great day.
Well
eh?
played, Fade, well played.
Well, Mirror, the Hills, what'd you think?
Wow, well, right from the drive, you know, driving up, the first thing I noticed was the fairways. Have you ever seen greener fairways in your time?
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, one of the best courses I've ever played, and I don't say that lightly. Second thing was the greens. True is true, but still for a young golfer like myself, took a bit to get used to. But the big standout for me was the hospitality. I was just blown away from, you know, working with Sir Michael down, you know, through his staff. They just couldn't have been more accommodating, and the whole place just sort of exudes a really friendly atmosphere.
Yeah, you talk about Sir Michael, it's his backyard, isn't it?
Well, literally, it is his backyard. Yeah.
And that's that hospitality. You feel you're almost invited into his house.
Yeah.
Sir Bob Charles reckons it's the best golf course he's played in New Zealand. And, you know, he's played a few. and the thing is that no two fairways are the same. That's what Sir Bob Charles figures.
Yeah.
And the other thing I really liked was the sculptures. You know, they add a real sense of irony and, to me, a little touch of humour around the place. And you don't get that very often on a golf course. Sometimes we can take this game too bloody seriously, you know. And, anyway, I think it was a really special day for me. Let's have a little toast to the Hills.
To the Hills.
To the Hills.
Feel inspired to play great golf courses? Visit the iSeek Golf website, the home of social golf, for last-minute deals at a course near you. Book a round online today. Great courses, great deals at iSeekGolf.com/tee times.
Well, there it is. I'm Andrew Mira McCombe.
And I'm Shaun Fade Fay, and thanks for watching The Hills on Golf Getaway. Hard to see it getting much better than this, but I tell you what, we're going to keep on trying.
For more information, special offers and videos, visit the Hills page at golfgetaway.com.au or like us at facebook.com/golfgetawaytv.
Bye for now.